Go.
Who, me? Oh, okay. Hey, everybody, this is Ramsey with Just Kicking It. I am here for our, what is this? 12? 11?
Yeah.
How long you been on, man?
Since 9 p.m. Pacific time last night, which is
I can't hear you, Kinte.
Oh, uh-oh. Sorry about that. Since 9 p.m. Pacific, which is midnight Eastern. So we've been chugging along, man.
Wow, man. I can't do nothing but congratulate you, bro, for everything you've done. And thank you for including me in this.
Midnight
may not have been the best
Eastern.
idea, but
So
we'll see what happens with it. Again, my name is Ramsey. I'm the host of Just Kicking It, which airs on Ramm Radio. We are actually been shut down for like months now because we're working on another project. But I was invited to come on and do an hour with you guys. I don't know why Kinte did that. I guess he doesn't love you guys as much as you think he does. But no, I'm going to be kind and gentle, but I can be just kicking it, right, Kinte? That's cool, right?
Man, do what you got to do, man.
Okay, all right. So I think the thing that I want to do today is I want to talk about embracing the loss, embracing the L. I think that's important. I think it's a lesson that a lot of adults have yet to grasp or understand. And what I mean by that is it's okay to lose, but if you don't learn from your loss, then you pretty much fucked. So that's what we're going to talk about, how to take that L. You know, what does it mean to take that L? And I'm going to give you some personal things about myself. But I'm going to give you two major examples that can show everybody what it is I'm talking about. And the first of those is going to have to be in the world of hip hop.
All right.
Where I got to speak about the Great White Hope, Eminem. Now, a word we need to get settled on in the black community is white validation. Mm-hmm. Now that's an important word because this is one of those things that we use and it involves our lives that we never ever really know about. We never really acknowledge, but we don't celebrate shit until white people celebrate it. If a white person ain't checked it out, we give it garbage. You know, that's why Eminem and Vanilla Ice was so accepted when they first came out. Oh, man, a white guy's rapping. Thank God. You know, I mean, I heard people call Eminem the greatest rapper of all time. The greatest. EST, meaning that's it.
Right. No, man, don't get me started on that.
Like, I mean, bro, I can't even put Eminem in my top 10.
No,
I can't. All right, and the reason why I can't is it's real simple when it comes to what he does. I mean, this dude pretty much is a domestic violence serial killer. Yo, look, stop me if I'm lying, bro. I mean, this is who we're celebrating. Name an album before Relapse where he wasn't talking about killing his ex-wife. I wait. You know, I mean, this is what this guy does. Now, a lot of rappers have said, you know, on and time again, man, if he was black, they'd have been pulled his ass off the radio.
Right.
And that's true. But this is where white validation comes in. Because he's white, he's celebrated. Because he's validating that thing that we're trying to do. I'll give you another example, and this right here is what irritates a lot of people. But Black Panther, man, I was so fucking upset and irritated when I saw the response for Black Panther. I mean, black people are just like, Wakanda forever. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you celebrate Marvel. All that money's going to white people. You know, but again, white validation. All right, so here you got Eminem, And to put it bluntly, the dude got a weak dick game. I'm just putting it out there. The history shows the man ain't got no play in the bedroom. Okay, you trying to kill your wife, and you disrespect Christina Aguilera. I mean, every female out there that hook up with you, you got to talk shit about them. That's why it's Eminem is a bitch, because that's what we in my neighborhood. That's what we call guys like that. You's a bitch. If you ain't got no play, you's a bitch. Okay. Now, Eminem got in with Mariah Carey, and I guess it was a charity fuck. You know, I don't know. You know, Mariah may felt, you know, hey, let's get a guy hit. And for her, it probably was a one-time or one-night stand. Like I'm saying, it's charity. You know, we've all done some charity work in our life. You know, right? I mean, there's a couple of people I don't ever want to see again. You know, and I'm assuming that that's what happened with Mariah. But you know, he's so in love with this woman that, you know, he got recordings and tapes and everything, which is another bitch move. Who the hell records and tapes the date? That's some sick shit.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
that's leaning towards serial killer. I mean,
yeah.
You know. All right, but anyway, bracing the L. So here comes the L. Eminem hook up with Mariah. I believe they did do something, and she don't want to play with him no more, and he can't take that. So he calls her everything but a child of God. And here's where he fucks up. He does it publicly. But at the time, Mariah was hooking up with Nick Cannon. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't celebrate Nick Cannon because y'all think he whack, which is the dumbest shit. Because Nick Cannon is a boss. Nick Cannon's been a boss. If there's anybody you should be cheering on, it's fucking Nick Cannon. And Nick Cannon is also from L.A. So, of course, he had to address the fact that this dude is talking about his woman publicly. You know, so he reached out to Eminem. He was like, look, dude, I just want to talk to you. You know, and Eminem, you know, didn't respond. So Nick was like, okay, well, look, now I need to see you. You know, and again, Eminem didn't respond. So Nick let the shit go because he knew Eminem is a bitch. That's a bitch move. Okay, well, I'm going to talk this shit, and I'm going to hide, and I'm going to pretend like I don't see you. And he came back and did the shit again. And this time, to make it even worse, Mariah Carey came out with a song.
Obsessed. Which was
Obsessed is just, that should be like on the disc, like top 10. Like, I'm talking about, put that up there with Ether.
Wow, who thought she had it in there like that? Yeah,
like, dude, man. I mean, Mariah Carey dissed you, bruh. But you know, again, Eminem, he didn't understand how to take the L. See, what you did, you took the L and you took it and you said, okay, well, yeah, all right, you don't want to hook up with me again, but at least I got up in there. You know, I can check off Mariah. I got that. You know, but no, he don't want to do that. So he comes off again, damn near 20 years later, talking shit. And this time, Nick is in a position to actually to say something. And he does say something. And he says something not once, not twice, but 3 times. Invitation, pray for him, and invitation cancel. Now, I don't know how many of y'all seen the movie 8 Mile, but if you remember the movie 8 Mile, you remember the opening and closing scene. And in both of those scenes, a rapper didn't say shit, and he was given the L. And that's Eminem. Everybody talk, oh, he too big to deal with Nick Cannon. He don't have to say nothing. Nick, bullshit. Eminem got the L. Now, I know he dropped the album yesterday and he made hints, but no, this is battle rap, okay? And battle rap, you look, yeah, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. There is absolutely no misunderstanding who you pointing at when you're battle rapping. and Eminem didn't do that. So he had to take the L. Okay, and again, he should have learned from the L, and he could have went on and just, bragged about, I hit Mariah, I was there, but no, you can't do that, because you don't understand, bro, that your ambition and her ambition was not the same. And again, you got a weak ass dick game. I mean, it's that simple. And because of that, I have no respect for this white boy anymore. None whatsoever. He's a bitch. He threw out a shot, and when the shot came back, he ain't have shit to say. That's a punk ass move. You jumped on a woman talking about how you gonna fucking kill your ex-wife because she didn't want your ass. You's a bitch. I don't give a fuck how many damn awards or white people you have thrown to you. Man to man, you're a bitch. And you got to learn to take the L. All right, so I only got an hour, right? So I got to be quick about this. Okay, all right. I just had to send that shout out to Eminem. Man,
hey, I'm not a fan of his, so I'm loving this. So,
well, bro, like I said, man, it's all right there, in the reality of it. Like I'm saying, just check this dude lyrics. Now I'll give him credit. The Marshall Mathers album, I think it's like that with Me Against the World. It's one of the few albums I can put on and hit play, and I'm good. I don't have to skip dumbass shit. I can just let it play through. But this dude, history says you're a bitch. You talk shit about women because they don't want to fuck you. And then when one of their men stand up, you silent. Mm-hmm. You have absolutely no response whatsoever. That's a bitch move. Congratulations. Okay, all right. So, again, like I'm saying, if you don't learn from the loss, then you fuck. And that's what Eminem is. He's fucked. He's fucked. Because I don't care how you play it. I don't care how you exchange it and, Nick ain't really a battle rapper. That's why he's not responding. No, you lying to your damn self. You seen in 8 Mile, they gave you 2 examples of a rapper not responding. And in each one of them, they lost. So all that Nick Cannon rest in peace bullshit y'all do for the media, fuck that. I'm telling you, as a MC, a former freestyle battler, Eminem got his ass toasted and no respect whatsoever until he can come back and get that. All right. So again, we're talking about how to embrace the L, how to take that L. Okay. Now the next example I got is real serious. Okay. And that's why the Democrats are constantly attacking Trump. Okay. Now this is getting to the point where it's fucking comical. Because these are grown-ass, intelligent people that can't accept the fact that they all just need to stand up as a party. The Democratic Party need to stand up and say, you know what? Trump beat us, guys. That's it. That's the reality. It ain't got shit to do with Russians and probes and trying to get them impeached. It all comes down to one thing, okay? Donald Trump goes down as having the greatest political strategist in history. In history. Because they pulled the greatest upset in history.
Yeah, it was like
this was major, dude. I mean, you got Hillary Clinton, former First Lady, former Senator of New York, former Secretary of State, and you got Donald Trump, reality TV show host. This was supposed to be easy, and it was supposed to be a cakewalk. But now the people on Trump team, they looked at it and it's like, well, Donald, we can't compare to her politically. We can't. You have no political record to put up against her. So what can we do? How can we do this to give you a shot? Mm-hmm. So what they did is they muddied up the whole damn game. They made it just as dirty as possible. They made it where anytime somebody talked about the election, they skin crawl. They just did not want to be bothered with this shit anymore. And how did they do that? They turned Hillary into the dirtiest, filthiest candidate they could picture and paint. I still laugh every time I hear people talking about Hillary was running a sex trade thing for kids through a pizza hut. I mean,
Pizzagate, man, that's real.
Come on, man. I mean, this is and what they and see. Here's where this is where people don't get that. I think is so funny. Everybody is mad that Donald Trump is president,
right?
But what y'all don't understand is you made Donald Trump president. See, here's the game plan. They did not want you to vote for Donald Trump. They just didn't want you to vote. That's all it was. They just didn't want you to show up for Hillary. And see, Hillary, dumbass, she's sitting here thinking, oh, well, we got Barack people with her, so we're going to ride this Barack thing till the wheels fall off. And they never addressed the bullshit that was going on. They never addressed the idiocy that was going on. They just allowed Donald Trump and his people to just tarnish her damn name. And in the end, we had more people not vote in this election than any other election. If the people that didn't vote was a candidate, that vote would have won by a landslide, like 5-1. Mm-hmm. So that's how Donald Trump got into office. But now the Democratic Party got to deal with Donald Trump being in office. And again, this is about embracing that loss. It's about, okay, what do we do with this? What can we learn from this? And this is why Donald Trump has a very good chance of being damn president come 2020. This is why it's scary, because the Democratic Party didn't learn that lesson. They're still out here attacking Donald Trump. Oh, well, the Russians, they are the Russians, they talk shit about Hillary. Yeah, they did. We ain't lying. You're right. They did. They talked a lot of shit about Hillary. Donald Trump is trying to get Ukraine to throw dirt on Biden. Yeah, he did. But what the hell do that got to do with the White House? And what that got to do with you not fucking up again? See, again, as long as you don't embrace that loss, you in trouble. And that's where we are now. I'm telling you, I man, when it was 20 candidates, I told everybody, wait till after New Year's, and then you decide who you want to vote for. Just don't even get involved in that shit till then.
I said it earlier. I'm voting for Andrew Yang because he on one of his platforms, he said he's going to take the stickers off the fruit. And I'm like, I'm like, man, he got my vote. I hate that, man. I hate them stickers on the fruit. So,
man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm still not excited about not one candidate we have.
Right.
And I'm a card-carrying Democrat.
Right,
I'm not a liberal. I'm a Democrat. Those are two different things. Y'all need to understand that shit.
Me too.
Okay.
Man.
All right. I right now. I mean, cause see, everybody is trying to fight Trump, and I don't give a damn about fighting Trump, cause Trump ain't gonna be there. What I care about is what the hell you got planned these next 4 years. How you gonna do what Donald Trump did to Obama and erased all the bullshit? That's the question. How you gonna recover from this damage? That's the shit that you need to be talking about in these debates and in your campaign. Because that's the problem. Donald Trump is not the problem. Okay, if you show people that you have an agenda and a plan, see, those are two things. Right. You got it's okay to have an agenda, but you got to have a plan. Mm-hmm. Then obviously you can work some things out. But if all you have is that, fuck Donald Trump, then no, no, bro. I'm sorry. That's not nearly enough to get my vote. So right now, my hands are up for Biden, Warren. I can't do Bernie Sanders. I can't see.
You don't feel the burn,
bro. Listen,
I'm with you too. Yeah, there's something.
I can't do Bernie Sanders. First of all, you motherfucker, you went from an independent to a Democrat.
Right.
I see. You already letting me know that your shit is viable. You already for sale. So, but no, I can't do Bernie. I like Elizabeth Warren, but I think she's too. How can I say this politely? I don't want to call her a feminist because I don't think it's that she's a feminist. I just think that she's so determined to prove that a woman can win.
Right.
Like my shit with Hillary was Hillary didn't give a fuck about being president of the United States. She wanted the history book. If you check her track record, she did just enough shit to check that off. She was a senator for one term. She was a secretary of state for one term. Hillary did just enough shit just to check off because Hillary thought her name was going down in history. And that's what I feel about Elizabeth Warren. Now, Joe Biden, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want a crazy motherfucker in the office.
Yeah, I know. He won't even know what button he's putting his finger on.
Hey, Joe been on fuck somebody up, y'all. Talk about for real. But again, the Democrats have not embraced this, so they're not even looking at it, and that means that they're not planning for it. See, again, a loss is all right if you learn a lesson. If you don't learn from the loss, then chances are you're going to repeat it. And that's why you have so many people today that are still Trump blind. Because they honestly believe that the Democrats are just out to attack their president. Oh, I picked him, I selected him, and y'all don't like him because I selected him. No, they don't like him because he's an incompetent idiot. That's why they don't like him. They don't like him because he's fucking dangerous. But they can't say that because they have to first accept the L. They got to first stand up and say, we fucked up. This is on us. Trump is us. We fucked this up.
Right.
Nope, man, I'm telling you, I was on like 4 radio shows. So I announced this shit publicly and loud. There's no way in hell America would elect Donald Trump. There's just no way. It's just not possible that they would elect Donald Trump. But again, that's why I'm saying these guys need to go down in history. This need to be a moment. This is like American. Like this, y'all don't understand what an upset this is. This the equivalent of, I don't know, Kevin Hart knocking out Mike Tyson.
Wow.
Seriously, this is a big damn deal. And that's why the Democrats are trying and pulling on every motherfucking thing they can to be at fault. No, this and it's that, and it's the Russians, and it's Putin. And no, it wasn't that. It was Hillary. And y'all cocky ass. That's what it was. Like, I think it's either 8 or 12 states that Obama campaigned in, Hillary never even went to.
Right. Yeah, what's that shit about?
Oh, we got this shit. We got this. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have it.
She ran like she had already won.
Right. Hell, I thought look, man, listen. To my Democratic Party, I'm asking you to embrace the loss.
Mm-hmm. Well,
got to, go ahead, man.
To be fair, it is kind of hard to run a campaign for president and also run a underground pedophile sex ring. at the same time. So we got to give her a little slack.
Man, you know what? The fact that somebody told me that with a straight fucking face. I'm not like, look, man, well, you know Hillary was in that underground sex thing at that pizza place. I was like, this a grown-ass person.
But my thing is the fact that it's believable, though, that the Clintons were involved in it, where you're like, you know, they crooked as hell. They probably did some shit like that.
Right, yeah. I mean, I had to get up and walk away from dude, man, because he changed our whole relationship with that dumb shit.
Yeah, because if you said somebody like Rev Run was involved in it, you'd be like, hell no, Rev Run ain't involved in it. But Hillary, you're like, possibly.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Hillary.
Oh, man.
Man, listen. Look, this is what life has taught me. Okay. And why I have learned to accept the L's in my life. And I have plenty of them. You know, I ain't gonna even lie. Boy, I'm telling you, sometimes it's a consistent streak, you know. But the cool thing about that is that whenever you stop and you pause and you think for a minute and you ask yourself, what did I do wrong? See, that's what I mean by taking that L. Not what happened, not who did what. What did I do wrong? Then you are really strengthening yourself and you're learning and you can see shit coming. You know, like 3 years ago, we went all out, man, here in Jacksonville, putting out TV shows. Like we put out like 13 local television shows, produced, all on our dime, you know. And when it came time to redo it again, I looked up and only thing I saw was an empty bank account. And I had to take that as an L. Right. That's a loss for me. Right. Even though I put on a full season of shows, that's a loss for me. Because like I told one of the guys that was doing the show, I was like, I want you to understand something. Since we're not doing this again, everybody that told you that this wasn't going to be shit, you just proved them right. Right. Everybody that told you that you wouldn't do this, you just proved them right. You know, and again, that's what I mean by taking the L. When you can sit back and go, okay, well, Ramsey, you selected this person and situation didn't make that work. So you selected this person and situation didn't make that work. So the problem comes in, who the fuck are you selecting? It's like relationships. I keep telling people, ladies, look, if you over 30 and single, it's time to start looking at the common denominator in your relationship. I'm just keeping it 100. You know, if you 30, 35, 40 talking about ain't no good man out here, you need to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Right. Because you screwing up somewhere. Maybe like me, it's who you selecting. See, I've always wanted to help out people struggling. That has always been a passion of mine. I've always wanted to help out people who were struggling. So I realize now that the people that I'm selecting are people that are comfortable, for a lack of a better term, in their situation. You know, and see, when you're comfortable in your situation, if somebody comes and give you a handout like I did, like, hey, look, come on, do your television show. We're going to make you famous. They jump on that. And they start, their eyes and start seeing stars and people start blowing up their Twitter account and, you know, everybody's acknowledging them until it comes time for the work. See, that's the one thing about fame that a lot of people can embrace. It's the hard work that it takes. Mm-hmm. And see, that's where I had to learn to take that L. Because I even had somebody tell me, well, look, man, why don't you put the show together? You get the host, you get the guests, and I'll just show up and tape it. I'm like, dude, what do I need you for?
Right. It's like, and what else?
You know, a guy that I got nothing but mad love for, man. Every once in a while, he will post up the video of the first show that we did on television with him on it. And he's excited about it. He's like, oh, man, look, man, I'm on TV. I'm on TV. And every time I see that, I think, you jumping up for joy for a failure. You did 1 of 13 shows. All we got out of it was one show. And you excited. You're like, oh man, yeah, I'm on television. I'm on television. No, bro, don't brag about that. That's an L. That's a loss.
Well, you know.
That's a loss, bro. I'm sorry.
That's like saying, you know what? I was on the Titanic. I did get off though, and I made it to shore.
No. That's like I designed the Titanic.
Like, hey, we got through most of our journey.
But no, that's what I'm saying, man, is that we have to learn as adults, and especially as black people, we have to learn to embrace our losses. Because once we can embrace that, then you can learn from it. Then you don't have to play these day games. Well, why you ain't doing that career? Oh, they don't want me to do that. Oh, what? Why you ain't moved out? Oh, they won't let me get a house. Oh, no. Damn day.
Yeah, who
it's you.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? It's not they, it's you.
They and them's.
Right. It's not they or them, it's you. You are the one that is stopping you from doing the thing that you want to do. And the way to do that is to embrace your loss. Yeah. Like, man, I wanted to be a musician. So why aren't you a musician? Weed and pussy. You know, embrace your loss. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's that simple. Look, man, I made some choices that I thought were at the time the correct choice for my life and my career.
And you can't be afraid to fail too. Like,
well, see, that's what I'm saying. See, failure is going to happen. You know, it's what we do once we fail that's important.
You know what I hate is when like a very successful business person act like they never made mistakes along the way. You know, like
right.
You know,
right. Like, you don't heard me say it, man. Like when I cracked the success barriel, the first motherfucker that holler overnight, I'm punching in the face.
Right, yeah.
And this ain't gonna be a cute little baseball. No, this is gonna be a straight out street fight. You mean overnight, mother? You know what I've been through to get here.
I know, man.
You may didn't know me, but motherfucker, you.
Be like, man. I was like Andy Dufresne trying to get up out of this.
That's what I'm saying, man. See, you never know what the day is going to bring. Okay, like to give you an example, when we shut down Ramm Radio, we shut it down because we was focusing on television. But I didn't know that the cable company here went through like some massive restructure. So it took me 6 months to get in touch with the people to get on television.
Oh wow!
You know, and by that time I'm sitting here like, oh man, what are we gonna do? You know, and what I've decided to do is that I'm focusing on, because I got options right now. I can turn back on Ramm Radio tomorrow. You know, we can start by just kicking it tomorrow. It's not like we don't have options. It's what's the best thing, you know. And my thing is right now, embracing my losses, to do Ramsey, to invest in Ramsey, to point all my energy into Ramsey, because Ramsey is the one person that I know gonna work his ass off for Ramsey. Ramsey is the one person I know that understands the opportunity that Ramsey is presenting him. So that's what I've learned from years of reaching out and banging on doors and where is he at? Is he coming? Where is he at? Is he gonna show up? Oh man, you can't do the show drunk. I mean,
my favorite thing is when someone is describing something you do, and they go, "Oh yeah, in your little show. Tell them about your little show."
Yeah, my little show.
Right. Like, bastard.
I may put that in the night category. That might get you punched too.
Right. Oh, I hate that.
But man, see, and what I'm saying is that now I'm excited about what I'm about to do, because I know that it will succeed or die based off of me.
Right.
I'm not leaning on anybody else. And again, my mistake was that I reached for people that was comfortable being broke.
Yeah.
I reached for people that was comfortable being popular. I did not reach for hardworking people. That's not what I did. That was my mistake.
I hate being broke so much. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, you ever just... It's funny, though. You know what I noticed about being broke?
Yeah, what's that?
Is you are more hungry when you broke. like it seems
like me not to drink when you say it, man.
It's like when you got like pockets full of cash, you're like, I'm good. But when you broke, everything, man, every commercial, you like, I want that. Oh, but I ain't got no money. So look, if you wanna like lose weight, just have a lot of money. You ain't
nah, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, the struggle for me when I'm broke is that I know I can make money.
Right.
It's like, dude, just give me that clock. Let me work this out. And see, those are the kind of people that I thought I was helping out. Because again, no man is an island. I've already accepted that fact that I can't do this shit by myself. That's done. That's, I'm not going to sit here and try to rebuild everything. I mean, what I'm doing is a totally different project. Matter of fact, when I was coming on and was listening to you and the guy Kyle looking about writing a book, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting ready to drop my book.
All right. That's what's up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is what's important. It's not important that you waddle in your failure, because it's not a failure, it's a loss. Okay, a failure is when they throw dirt on your ass. That's when it's over.
Right. Right.
That's when you like, oh shit. Well,
Right.
But no, man. Listen, any setback is a loss. Now, whether or not it's an important loss is whether or not you learn from it. You have to learn from it. You have to sit down with yourself and you have to ask yourself this one question: how did I fuck this up?
Right.
And you got to be honest. You got to be honest. How did I fuck this up? Because again, if you don't see it, then you're going to do it again.
Right. It kind of reminds me of the end of Scarface. When they're charging the compound,
yeah,
and he's getting high and stuff, and he has his gun, and he's like, "How did I get here? I was, the world is yours, and all of this,
right.
And now these motherfuckers about to kill me. Fuck it."
Yeah, man. And again, that's what I'm saying is that I don't know what your life ambitions is. But I promise you, if you start embracing your losses today, like I was just talking to my sister and I was telling her, I was like, you know what? I remember the moment in life that put me on the path that I'm on. Because I've sat down and I went back and I've checked all those damn L's. I'm like, okay, well, damn, should have went with him. Damn, should have went with her or her sister. I'm serious, man. I was from Atlanta. Of course, I was in the strip clubs. You know, know, there were plenty of opportunities I had to be working. That I was like, we going where? Where y'all going? I'm telling you, there's been times that I had just gotten into my apartment and somebody called me, and I turned around and went right back out the fucking door. That's why I worked so hard today, because I played so hard yesterday. You know, that's what I'm saying. And once you can do that, once you can embrace that, once you can not lie to yourself and say, okay, this is where I fucked this up, then you can don't go back and try and refix shit. You know, just from now on, you're aware of that. Like I'm saying, I sit down now, anybody I'm fucking with, you got to be on a path already. I can't be the one to pick you up and carry you, because now I understand that when I pick you up and carry you, you're only going to go as far as I'm carrying you.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to be the wind beneath your wings, and you want me to be the whole fucking plane. And see, that's not going to work, because I'm already giving you everything. I'm already putting up everything. You know, and that, again, that's what I learned from these L's. Like, damn, wait a minute, we did three damn shows. Right. Why the hell? What the hell am I? Why am I not on television today? These are the reasons you're not on television, because these are the people that you chose. And that's nothing negative against the people. That's Ramsey trying to be a hero to everybody.
Captain Save.
Hey.
You know, just as a side note, that E40 is you know, you gotta respect him, man. Captain Save-A-Ho, that is like, yeah.
Man, the thing about this that irritates me so much is that it's so simple. You know, like I used to tell guys, like, look, man, only thing you got to do is step out. You know, my philosophy is real simple. You're already struggling. You might as well be struggling towards something. Ain't no sense in it. It doesn't make any sense to get up every day and go to sleep every night in the same fucking position.
Right.
Like,
on your ass.
You know, like I don't catch that. I don't get that. You know,
you know what? Okay, so there was a song that came out back in the day called No Scrubs.
Yeah.
And I really feel like that song really had a huge cultural impact in our community, because then it became like, if you wasn't popping right now, you a scrub. And
right.
The way I feel like is, okay, there's scrubs and there's scrubs, right? There's cats that ain't going nowhere. That's a scrub, right?
Right.
But a guy who's grinding, who's working towards getting his, you know, he ain't a scrub. He just hadn't popped yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and you got to be able to tell the difference between that person that's on that path of, you know, they're on that path. Hopefully they'll get there. But, you know, someone who works hard, who grinds, who's really charting a path to success, they not a scrub.
No, bro.
No, not at all. Like it's funny though. You get these cats though, these professional students. You know what I'm talking about? They've been in college, like they always working on their degree. It's like, Negro, it's been 30 years. Like, what kind of slow plan are you on? Like, you know, 30 years later, it's like, I got my paper. You're like, okay.
Yeah, but we ain't studying that shit. You know, everybody got a computer now.
Right. Look, man, University of Phoenix says they can tighten me up. So, you know, like, let me get that DeVry degree, right? You know, but yeah, it's a trip, man. But I don't know, like, I feel like there's certain things you can do that will push you towards success. You know, you could go the asshole route where you just nuke all your friends and family, you know, on your way to the top, right? Then you can also, you know, there's the hard work. I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to study. I'm going to try to put myself in a good position so that when opportunity come, I can pounce on it. You know, that's what I like, you know. is there. And then there's the, you know what? If I can't get where I want to get to that first time, I'm gonna just play Nintendo and smoke weed. You know, there's a lot of that going on.
and I get that, but for me, it comes down to all I need is one yes.
Right.
You know, now, unfortunately, I operate in an industry where talent don't mean shit. You know, you got to have a gatekeeper say, okay, let him in. You know, and that's a problem. But, you know, I'm the one that accepted to walk in this industry. So those are the rules that I got to play by. So, I mean, people getting roles because they got followers on social media. It's crazy. Bruh. Listen, these dudes, what the show Impractical Jokers?
Right.
These motherfuckers got a feature movie.
Wow.
I'm like, see, bruh, it's hard. Right. Trust me. Listen, I get it. I understand. It can be difficult watching the bullshit that happens in this industry, but I watch it with the understanding that whatever they got, I have. Whatever it is that put them there, I have it. Mm-hmm. I just got to show it to the right people, and I can get that move.
Remember Jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wow, man. To turn that into, you know. But hey, they did it, you know.
It's amazing the amount of bullshit that we call programming.
Mm-hmm. Look, a friend of mine loves this show called Married at First Sight.
Yeah. And that was a good concept the first time they done it.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, after the first time, it's like Survivor. Like after the first time you do it,
you've seen it.
Yeah. It's you know it's the same shit. You
right.
know? I mean, it's. I'm not going to lie. Anybody trying to get into the entertainment business, there's one factor you have to consider. How intimidating are your talents?
Right.
Because trust me, I have lost jobs because of my resume.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I'm serious. Yeah. Like, nah, dude, we can't hire you. You can't hire me to work a studio camera. Uh-huh. Dude, I produced 2 movies. What?
Right.
So yeah, you know, you have to be aware of the game that you're playing.
You know another thing, like if you talk to some comedians, I remember I talked to this comedian who's pretty well known, and he did some jokes, and I like he was doing his material, and I told him I wasn't trying to offend him. I was like, dude, I've seen you like a bunch of times on television and stuff. You're never this funny. Like, why are you so? You know, you're like so funny more than I know. And he told me straight up. He said, comedians will tell you they'll like if they're the headliner, they'll say you got to cut out some of your best material because you can't outshine me. That's crazy. Yeah. You know, like you gotta dial it back, homie.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I remember that from the Hammer era. Mm-hmm. Like they was like motherfuckers was like mad, you know, like I ain't going on after Hammer.
You know what? Them pants are hard to. They was dope. Oh, real quick, Aaron, not Riggs, but Aaron Gowans. It's his birthday, so happy birthday, Aaron. He's in the good vocal chat room. So yeah, he's one of our good entrepreneurs. This brother is very. You know, I look. I don't even think he's 30 yet. I think he's 29, and this brother is so successful. I mean, I'm looking up to this cat. So, yeah, he's 29 years old, man, and he's just a great story. Like Ramsey, for real though, his story is a movie. So I'm gonna have to talk to you. We're gonna have to talk offline about this brother. We're gonna have to make that movie, man. I don't know who's gonna play him, but definitely his story is amazing. So, but anyway, happy birthday, Aaron. So, I don't see our next guest. So if you don't mind, if we can just keep going, and if she comes in, great. If not, we'll just we'll carry through. Is that cool?
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, she's in the UK, so she might be knocked out. So, or who knows? She might come in at the last second. So she does have 8 minutes before it's time. But yeah. Let me ask this question. As a man who, you have a pretty good support system, right? Would you say?
Yeah.
And you have a loving wife who, I love dearly. She's a sweet lady. How important was that for you as far as, being someone who's, you're in a creative space, and sometimes I'm sure the money fluctuates, so it's not always steady. And how good is it to have someone in your corner like that?
Well, what was important to me is to understand what it is that I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. I can handle most of the relationship issues. What I can't deal with is you trying to get me to make a choice between my career path and our relationship.
Right.
So the understanding is what's really important. That's really what makes this work.
Yeah, man. It's hey, if you can get you that right person to help start your empire, or to be a part of your empire, like Vince McMahon, he's a great example of that.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon, he, his wife is a really good partner for him, and I'm sure he got his concubines too, but but he definitely has a good, he is a good partner in his business and all of that. So that's pretty dope.
Well, man, I mean, when you're talking about the support system, man, the thing that you need to realize is, this is in relationships in general, you got to know what the hell you need.
Right.
Not what you want, what you need. And if you can cover what you need, you're good. Like I'm saying, I've been in several relationships where it was either or. And of course, I'm no longer with those people, because that's not what I needed. What I needed is somebody that understands that, okay, in the last 3 days, I've seen Ramsey maybe 4 hours, but I know he upstairs and I know he's working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's important. That's the dedication that's needed, And when I see a window to get that time back, I get that time back. But it's not a forceful thing. It's everybody wants somebody, but do you know what it is you want? Mm-hmm. That's the $10 million question. What is it you want?
And you have a daughter too. Did you talk to your daughter growing up about these things, about work ethic and all of that kind of stuff?
Nah, man, my daughter's a beast. No,
she came fully loaded, huh?
Bro, listen, look, man, if she gave you 5 minutes, you was deserving.
Wow.
I mean, her time is man. Her attention is something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But no, man, and see, that's what's so crazy about relationship. And I see women all the time flipping off about relationships. But I'm like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, really, what are you offering that you feel you get so many demands? Because sex is, everybody's equipped for sex. Mm. So besides that, what is, like, I don't want a man that got this and I don't need a man that got that. Okay, but what do you have? What is it you're bringing to the table? What is it that's going to make me pick you over her or over her or over her? Because, see, when you come to the table with demands, you got to have your shit together. Not pretending they together. Your shit got to be together.
But, I kind of blame us guys for the state of things, because I feel like we overvalue vagina sometimes. And like some guys, they act like, man, like, you know, like they just gonna, you know, that they can't think, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And I always say maybe we should have like a Kinte Negro Congress where we just like, guys just come together and be like, we're not going to do this no more. It's 2020. You know, it's just funny how dudes will just mess up their whole careers over coochie, you know?
Yeah, I'm laughing because one of the last shows we did was called "It's Just Pussy." It's not a cure to cancer. It's not a winning lottery ticket. It's
right.
That's it. You know,
and smart women know how to take advantage of our dependence on vagina.
Right.
So.
Right. You know, but I don't know, man. I think that we all need to embrace intelligence.
Right.
You know, because that's the thing that I see that I can't get around. It's like I'm very seldom on social media now, but every time I'm on there, I'm like, oh my God, they so stupid. You know, there's just no other term for this. It's just stupid what you're looking at. You know, it's stupid what you seeing people do. You know, and I just think, man, that it's important that we embrace being thinking human beings, being using the ability to cipher information and decide what's best for you on your own. You know, like there was a post that was online that said that just because I don't agree with your position doesn't mean that I don't like you. And I was like, you know, it's sad that you have to make that statement.
Right.
You know, that, you know, like it's crazy the way that this world has turned out because stupidity reigns supreme now.
Right. It is sad. Like, yeah, they're saying, yeah, it's sad. Yeah.
You know, I had somebody compliment me maybe a month ago, and he was like, man, I like the way that you talk, you know, and the stuff that you say. And I was like, well, I appreciate that, bro, but, you know, I'm only telling the truth.
Right.
You know, I'm not, you know, I'm not nobody's savior or anything, but, you know, I'm going to call a spade a spade. I ain't going to say, well, now it was a spade, but, you know, a heart came across and and disrespected. No, man, look, listen, like I'm saying, man, reality, when you get your foot stamped in reality, then a lot of silly shit you can let go. You know, like it's just that, you know, it's because that's what it is. It's silly shit. You know, it's childish. Like, oh well, I'm gonna talk about him and see if I can't score me some points. You ain't messing with my bank account, so I don't give a damn about the points you score.
Do you feel like okay, in the NBA, right? There's the center is damn near gone. Right. There's every center is really like a small forward.
Right.
You know, shooting threes, right?
Right.
It's like they just discontinue that model, right?
Right.
Do you feel like sometimes the man's man or the alpha male or the strong man, they're like just trying to discontinue that model? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Like when I came up, I always say this. All I knew was strong black men. My dad, my uncles, who they messed with, you know what I'm saying? Who like took care of their business, took care of their families, did all of that kind of stuff, right? So I was fortunate, right? I came in a very good circle. Even like the cat daddy dude who in the Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? Right. That guy got up and went to work every day. You know what I'm saying? That guy, you know, when he shook your hand, you know, he was 80, but you know, he damn near, you know, he did Adrian Peterson, you know, you know,
right.
And it just seemed like, man, that dude is almost gone.
And see, man, now you about to make me start talking. Look. Let me say this, okay? Cause I got into a heated debate over the term toxic masculinity.
Oh, I hate it. I hate that.
You know, and see, here's the thing about this whole movement that people got going on. People want you to be accepted for what their beliefs are. However, you want to turn around and demand other people to think like you think.
Right.
And that's ignorant as fuck.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's just stupid as hell. You know, I don't give a damn whether or not you gay or not.
Right.
If you got on a damn dress, ain't a damn thing masculine about you. You can get 10,000 motherfuckers to walk down my street and circle my house for 5 days. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You're not going to change the way I was brought up on certain things. Now, do I respect you as a person? Yes, I respect you as a person. No, I don't respect you as an alpha male. Because in my life, alpha males don't wear dresses.
Nah, they don't.
They don't. You know?
Yeah.
And see, that's this society, man. That's what I'm saying about stupid reign supreme.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the dangerous shit here. Is that like remember when the boy shot up the church in South Carolina?
Right.
And everybody was talking about mental health and black people crying. Oh no. Oh, every time a white person to do it is mental health. Like, okay. Now every damn time you turn around, now here come black people. Well, y'all know that mental health is real.
Right.
You know, again,
like
that damn white validation shit. You know,
right.
No, listen. If this motherfucker come into that boy, first thing I keep telling about, that boy was not mental.
No,
okay,
he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
He knew exactly what the hell he was doing. That was not mental. Mental is running your ass up through the hood with 9 shots. You know, that's mental. Mm-hmm. Now, if you told me he went into the projects and started blasting,
right?
I give that's you mental.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, this motherfucker sit in a chair in a church for damn near 2 hours, then walk out and come again and start shooting people. That ain't mental.
Right.
That's just an evil motherfucker.
Yeah.
And see, those are the things that we have to stamp that shit in concrete. You know, we trying to embrace it and bullshit everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, and there's no bullshit about this. That was an evil motherfucker. I don't give a damn who the fuck you are. You do some dirt, you a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. You know what though? There's a medical condition for everything. There's always this excuse, right. And it's so crazy to me. It's like, you know what? Because I remember we were talking about Jussie Smollett, and so we're doing we're doing this thing. And everybody's talking about, well, maybe he had some kind of mental issue or what. And people were like going real deep with it. And I finally couldn't take it no more. I said, maybe he's just an asshole.
Right.
like
right. What's
like, what are you talking about? He's an asshole who's a selfish asshole. That's what he is. Ain't nothing mentally wrong with him. He's a fucking asshole.
Nah, man. See, that's what I'm saying about it's dangerous the time that we live in. Because people embrace stupidity.
Yes, we're 24/7 today. Crazy Cuz Loco. He's like, wait a minute, y'all still on? So yeah,
yeah, and as long as we embrace stupidity blindly,
right?
Then
he said, "I'm be bored in prison." Oh, that's what's
up. then what you see is what you get, and that's what scares me. It's not that, it's the fact that people are walking around like this shit is normal. This is like the king with walking down the street naked and everybody just looking at him. It's like, y'all don't see this shit that's going on. Like, oh no, man, that's cool. Like, no, it's not fucking cool. Right. We went from Obama to Donald Trump. I mean, that should have put a pause in every damn thing.
Right.
Everybody should have stopped and said, wait, hold up, y'all. somewhere this motherfucker took a left turn, and we need to figure this shit out. But no.
But you know what's interesting is how we will adjust to the craziest shit, right? A reality.
Right.
And like once again, I'm gonna use a Shawshank Redemption example. Like Andy Dufresne, right? He's in prison, and they was catching up to him, taking what they was doing to him. And at a certain point, it just became that was the way of life. Like, what'd he say? Sometimes he got away. The other times he didn't. And it's crazy what people will start accepting as a reality. And with Donald Trump, like, it's crazy at first. And then it's like all of a sudden, well, that's what it is. That's our president, It is what it is. So, yeah, I think it's pretty interesting how that, that whole thing goes down. But my thing is this, even now it's getting 4 years afterwards. You know what? I kind of feel like he's going to get reelected.
I do too. If that ain't a damn statement.
I know.
about the situation of this country, boy, I'm serious, man. If that's not a fucking statement about how fucked up this place is, then but you know what? Like Terrence always tell me, cause I keep asking, I'm like, bro, when do we hit the bottom? And he's like, there is no bottom. But I'm like,
and he be laughing too.
Right.
Like, like all these jokers, he's sitting there like, man, I think the only person he really fears is Biden.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Like the other ones, he feel like Buttigieg. He's like, I got him. Crazy Warren got Pocahontas or whatever he calls her. I don't think he worried about him, and that's kind of scary. But another 4 years of the Orange Man. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and see the thing about Biden is, Biden don't mind getting in the dirt with him.
Right.
That's
what
he
he
don't
used to
mind.
say. He said, I want to take him out back in the bleachers.
Yeah, he's like, look, man, wherever you want to do it, I'm good.
I do want to see that debate, though. That debate.
I would like to see that debate, too. But I don't know, man. If Trump get elected again. But, it's it's like I tell my daughter, man. It's like, what scares me is the fucking future.
Right.
I'm on the other side of heading toward the damn long sleep, and that's cool. But I'm worried about grandkids and great-great-grand, because the way this world is now, man, it's like that movie. What is it? Idiocracy.
Oh, great movie, underrated movie.
I mean, it's so damn scary, man, to watch people just blatantly be fucking stupid.
Yeah, if you have a good marketing plan, you can get anything over.
Right. Yeah, like I don't get it, man. There was a time when being intelligent was something you could be proud of. Now you stand out,
A mind is a terrible thing.
What's wrong with him being all knowledgeable and shit? Like, okay. All right.
Oh man, It is kind of funny though, the people that we put on pedestals and the ones we don't. It's like it's just it seems kind of funny to me and ass backwards.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Just for my own benefit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me Cardi B don't sound like she just finished having brain surgery when she talks.
Look, I am not a fan. If Ryan is in the chat, he get mad when I talk about Cardi B. I'm not a fan. I tried. You know what? You know what I tried to do? This is what I tried to do. Because I'm like some of these new cats, right? I don't like them, right? So I'm like, is it just that I'm like my dad's generation when when they were proposed, when they saw rap music and it was like, oh hell no, or I tried this, like, is it bad, or is it just that I'm old?
No, she bad. I'm gonna tell you, man. The best way I can describe Cardi B is she sound like that aunt that's at that's about 50, thinks she's 18, always at the family reunion doing some rap that she got the kids to teach her.
Right.
That's what Cardi B sound like. You know, she really does. I ain't never understood, you know, the thrill of it. But I don't. Is that what I'm saying, man? It's like you can hand somebody a plate of shit and say this is spaghetti, and they can smell the shit, they can see the shit, and then they eat it. And I'm asking them, why are you eating that? And you're like, it's spaghetti. I'm like, no, everybody sees this shit.
Right.
And then you mad at me talking about, well, I'm trying to fuck up your meal. Like, I don't get it, man. It's, oh my God, man. I'm saying, I worry about the future, you know, because this is a dangerous damn territory that we fucking around in, man. It is, you know.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, I mean, Bruce Jenner got Woman of the Year. I mean, come on.
I know. Oh. And strutted up there and took the award. Ain't that nothing?
With a standing ovation.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny, though? So I posted something once, and it was something about Julia Roberts was supposed to play Harriet Tubman. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Or it was Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is, once again, people went, I can see Hollywood doing that. You know, like I can totally see that. You know, which is absolutely asinine, right?
Right.
But
it really is.
But you know, Hollywood's that messed up. They would do some shit like that.
Well, I mean, okay, like just to give an example, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me you watched Tyler Perry The Oval.
No, I don't watch. Look, I don't think I've watched one thing of his that he's done.
Man, this show is so celebrated.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: if it was a white person producing it, they'd be fired for being a racist.
Oh wow, it's that bad.
It's that bad. It's that fucking ignorant. I mean, it got that angry ass black woman in it. I mean, it's, oh my God, man. And I'm like, this is the guy that we're celebrating. You know, that's what I don't get, man. I don't understand when people are going to look at something and call a spade a spade. But, you know, this goes all the way back to that damn Scandal shit. You know, everybody's celebrating Scandal. You're like, okay, she's a fucking homewrecker.
Right. She's a side piece. President.
No, you don't understand. She love each other. Like, okay, all right, would you let a woman suck your man dick? So
I remember that. Remember that show we did, and oh my God, they
like, come on, man.
We got called everything but a child of God. So yeah, no, I feel you on that. Yeah. Oh man, you know, okay. This is the thing about Tyler Perry, and like, because when I criticize him, it ain't. Look, I want to love Tyler Perry. Like, just the idea of a black man, you know, who opened a studio, he was homeless, he, you know, to where he's at now. It's on a lot of levels, it's like a wonderful story, right?
Right.
But so, and I don't want to shoot at the guy that, you know, the brother that has the studio and all of that stuff. But his content is just so terrible.
That's what Spike Lee was talking about, man. That's the shit that Spike. Everybody like, but again, that's what I'm saying about stupidity reigns supreme. Right. You know,
and I want him to have better. You know, look, we can talk about the imagery of what they put for black folks, but my thing is, I would like it to be on a higher level as far as elevated content. You know,
right?
And I believe he got it in him.
I know he got it in him.
Yeah.
I know he got it in. I've seen Why Did I Get Married?
That's a good one.
I've seen Daddy's Little Girl. See, and see, that's my issue with Tyler Perry. It would be different if the bullshit is only thing you put out.
Right.
But it's not. You have put out quality damn programming. And this bullshit that you got going on now, I'm like, dude, man. But again, it shows the respect that he have for his audience.
Right.
You know, because Tyler Perry got a damn free hand with BET.
Right. And kudos to Tyler, because he does a lot of things on the low that nobody knows about, as far as helping people out and all of that kind of stuff. So, he has a conscience more so than a lot of the brothers and sisters that are in Hollywood. So you do got to give him that. But then, it's just like, man, do I need to see Madea goes there?
You can't give him that after you seen the Oval.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Yeah, it was like...
Man, just watch the pilot, bro. I'm begging you. Just watch the pilot, episode 1. Just watch.
Wow.
And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I mean, are you really going to cover every stereotype of black people?
Yeah.
I mean, really, like look, dude, man, it's like they just took a dartboard and just threw it up. This is all right. So we got the angry black woman. We got the fucking over husband. We got the disobedient child. I mean, it's just, and the acting is, oh my God.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Yeah,
and he was bragging about not having a writer's room. I'm like, you need a writer's room. You can't write all that stuff, man.
Yeah, this is really a director, producer, writer situation. He needs somebody to be checking his shit.
Right.
He needs somebody to collab with to go. Cause I mean, the reason why I keep watching is because it's so bad. I'm waiting on him to flip the damn script.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so, at some point as a writer, you have to go, okay, well, this is not making damn sense. So we need to take a turn here, discover what the fuck going on. That's not what he's doing. It's not. It's the same old pathetic, ignorant shit, and people are eating it up.
Yeah, it's doing very well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wow. I'm thinking, like, I don't know. Have you ever been to the movies and you see a trailer for something and you're like, this is complete garbage, and then the person next to you is like, man, I can't wait to see that, and you're like,
most comic movies.
Right. And you're like, did you see what I just saw? That don't look good at all. What you talking about?
Yeah, most comic movies I'm like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. It's so crazy to me. He said he can't find it on the app. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the seat. You won't be able to see Aaron, but he's gonna come in on. You hear him audio.
Okay.
So Aaron, go ahead and hop in. We'll do it like that. I was trying to get in the proper way, but so as we wait for Aaron to hop on, oh wait, here you go.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. He won't be able to see you.
Okay. Can you hear me, though? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, man. You 29, man.
Yeah, man. I'm old. I'm old news. I'm washed up.
I remember when he was legit young. Now he's getting old like us.
I'm telling you, man, it's a struggle to get to 21. After that, it's like fast forward. Like, damn, I was 21.
Someone keeps calling me. I didn't know. I didn't know what you said. Would you say Kinte?
No, I was saying I remember when you was legit young, and now you getting old, bruh.
Yeah. It's like what is it called?
Uh-oh. See.
Yeah, somebody keeps calling me like back to back.
Hey man, I get it.
This is crazy right now.
When I was young, I was popular too.
Yeah, it's like 20 times.
Now nobody gives a shit. No, I get more. The people that call me now are the telemarketers and people trying to hustle. That's I get more of them than I get actual people trying to call me. So
yeah, Scam Lightly call me at least 3-4 times a day. Check on me.
Yeah, they sure do.
Word, they check on me. They check on me every day. Like, no, actually, because now I got an iPhone now.
Oh yeah,
so they don't call me no more. When I had that Android, they called me all day. Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite though. They'll be like,
all day.
They'll be like, yeah. So you served in the military. We have some benefits. We can. I'm like, I ain't been in no military. Like, no, hanging up on you. Yeah. So they'll sneak in though.
Oh, the GI Bill. I get that email.
Yeah, they'll sneak in on you too because like it'll show that it's a wireless. So you're thinking, oh well, they can't be calling from a wireless. Wrong. So yeah. But man, yeah. Once again, man, happy birthday, dude.
Thank you. Still a little hungover. I woke up in my sister's house and I don't even know how I got here.
By the grace of God. Yeah. So, man, I was saying to Ramsey, man, about how great your story is, and we're not gonna go into it right now, but it's very inspiring, man. And so, you know, you got a lot going on, you know. Father, businessman, entrepreneur, all that, and an author too, right? Your book is coming out this year.
Yeah, it should come out this year. I don't know. I always say it's gonna come out, then never come out. But if I'm feeling up to it, I'll release it this year.
You know what's so crazy?
I don't know. I'm still kind of scared to put that out.
You know what's so crazy though? Like I write screenplays all the time, right? But it's something intimidating to me about writing a novel or writing, some sort of book. And, I do feel like, because I know a lot of my friends who are not even writers, they're like writing books and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I need to, whatever that block, because I'm usually pretty like, I'll dive into anything, but I don't know why writing a book is so intimidating to me. I feel like as a screenwriter, you don't have to have good grammar or know anything about English, really. I feel like an author, you can't fake it no more. It's like, oh man, you got to actually know some things.
You gotta be real, because the words, it's real when you're an author. Right. It's like whatever I put on that, whatever I submit goes on that paper. So everything got to be correct. When you screen like this, they talking when you're a screenplay writer. Right. So it's a little different.
Right. I feel like, no disrespect, Ramsey, to what we do.
Okay.
But I feel like a monkey on crack could write a screenplay.
What?
I feel like a monkey on crack could write a screenplay. You know.
Well, that's why we write great screenplays.
Right. Like, I feel like you can make a decent enough screenplay to get something made or whatever, right? And not be that swift, right? Now, there is a difference between a really good screenplay and not a good one. But I feel like, especially because the Celtics basically puts everything together, so it looks it makes you look real legit when you really know. So. But when it comes to writing a book, I feel like, okay, you're going to have to really, write the book. Like, unless you have a ghostwriter or something like that.
Well, I'm going to be honest, man. I think writing a book is better because it gives you more freedom. You don't have to worry about format, Once you get your story structure together, especially when you're writing fiction, you can just let go. Like, I can sit down right now at the keyboard and knock out 5 chapters. Like,
see, I respect that.
Yeah. I did a book, my little Harry Potter type, Game of Thrones type saga, because I wanted to see if I could do something like that, on that level.
Oh, okay.
And I decided that I was going to write a little intro part to it. I think I stopped at 70 pages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you once you writing and the creative is going, like you're saying, when you're writing a screenplay and if you're doing Celtic, then you format it and you're making sure everything is right and all the visuals are there. It's not like that when you're writing a story. You just pouring it out. You're just letting it go. So I think once you get that blank page started, once you get it going, you'll roll through it. Especially a writer like you'll roll through it. So that's what I would do, man. I would just conquer the blank page and just see what comes up.
Yeah. I think I'm just blocking myself, and it's funny because I normally don't about most things, but for whatever reason, that's something that I've always kind of been like, I don't know, do I have the capacity for it?
I think you do. I actually think you do.
You know what? We're gonna find out this year because I feel like if I can crack the code, I feel like I'm gonna be like Stephen King ain't gonna have nothing on me, man. I'm gonna be like cranking these books out, boy, because I got so many ideas, man. Man, I got some banana ideas, So, but I also feel like the first thing is crap. So I kind of want to blow my wad for pause on on something that's not.
Wait, wasn't we talking about toxic masculinity?
Right.
Yeah. You say that.
I want to maybe not the thing that I'm really, really want to do, but like something I kind of want to do, and then kind of get my kinks out on that one, and then hit them with the whammy bammy.
Well, my worry is expectation, because everybody that know I'm doing a book, I already know what they think it's going to be about, and it's not that at all,
Right.
So that's my fear of that. They're gonna be like, no, where's the black power and the black movement? I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted to write about, But yeah, that's my worry about the book that I'm about to launch is the expectation, because it's a great story. Hell, I was reading it yesterday. I keep telling me I'm such a fanboy of Ramsey. I sit there and read it like I don't know what the hell happened. Like, wow, what's next?
Like this brother good. Let me ask this question. Okay, I ran into something as a creative person. I was writing some scripts, and I wanted to mine my past, right? And so there was a situation that happened that was very personal when I was in a relationship. It happened to a girl I was dating, right? Very personal stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to add that as a plot point to something I was writing. Names will be changed and all that. You won't even know who the person is or whatever. Right. So, as I'm writing this, adding this to it, because it's something that I experienced through her. It was really something that happened to her that I started feeling like, as I'm doing it, I'm like, dang, because I hadn't talked to her in like 10 years or so. Like, it's been a long time. And I started thinking like, damn, am I messed up by including something bad that happened to her? Like, but I want to do it from the character's point of view, which is like almost like my point of view. Tell it through that way. And I'm thinking like, is that wrong though to use that in, some art that I'm creating, some pain that person went through? Like, what do you think, Ramsey? Like,
it depends on the picture you're painting with it. Uh-huh. Like to give you an example, like I said, I used to be a freestyle battler. Mm-hmm. And I wrote a movie called Battling. Mm-hmm. And in the movie, me and my best friend, we took out like everybody. Like he beatboxed and I rapped, and we really got tight. We was like the best in the neighborhood. And of course, the question came out: what if those two guys went at each other? Mm-hmm. And it actually came to the point that we actually battled, to the point that we stopped speaking to each other for years. It got that personal. But now in the movie, his part is played by a female lead. Okay. Because I need to show that connection. I need to show that inspiration that was there, with that, so that it looks different than me rapping and destroying a guy, than me rapping and destroying a girl. Right. So it's all about the way that you set up the picture and the way that you paint that character. But I mean, man, I think you make a good author, man. I mean, just the fact that you have that on your head, because other ones don't pasted that and went on and knocked out another one.
Yeah, it'd be like, I don't know, how would you feel if like one night you and your homie went out and you got beat up, and then he put that in his movie, a scene, you know, like the scene.
I mean, as long as I got a lick or
Well,
two.
how close are we? Like, how close is me and my homies?
Yeah, I mean, you know, don't make it look like I got my ass whooped. You know, like you know, whatever. Again, it's all about how you paint this picture. Be sure you show this motherfucker hit me from the back with a brick.
With me, I'm not changing shit. I ain't changing nobody's name. Look, I'm telling you like this. Take me to fucking court. Take me to court. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not changing. If I wrote my story, right? Like my personal story.
Right.
Why the fuck should I have to change somebody's name?
Right.
That's your Tim story. Hit me. Tim was 6'3". He was bald. Like, I'm not. Tim did it. Like, I'm not changing that. That shit happened to me. I'm not changing nothing. Right. That's why I wouldn't write like something that didn't happen to me. I will only write my personal experiences. Like fiction, I was all that. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought about it though, because I was like, damn, is this some shitty shit I'm doing? Like, by, including it, but like, there's a story. I don't know if y'all know this, and somebody can give me the particulars. I can't remember who it was, if this sounds familiar to you. So there was some rock group or a rock star who wrote a song that was a big hit, and it details the story of him going on a road trip with his girl. And the girl got mad at him and just dumped him off somewhere. And he got stuck, right? So he wrote a song about it, and it became this smash platinum single. And then the girl sued him and said, if I wasn't shitty and dumped you off on the road, you wouldn't have had this hit. And she got paid.
Like, I've been sued for crazy shit. Like I showed you, like, I've been sued for crazy shit. Right. That's kind of fucking crazy. Like, if I didn't dump you, you wouldn't have been shit.
Right. Yeah, that's like
who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah, that's like a serial killer. Like, if I didn't kill your cousin, you wouldn't have wrote that book.
You want to be emotional and wrote that book. Like, what? Really?
Yeah, like, I'm like, man, that would have hurt paying that woman. Like, that would have hurt. Like, with my whole soul, I'd have been like, I'm a default.
Nah, bro, I'd have had to sit in jail on that, dude. They couldn't have got that dollar.
Right.
I wouldn't. They would have had to take it. I ain't giving her shit. They got to take it from me. I ain't giving her shit.
Like, you dumped me off, left my ass. I could have died out there in these streets. And I write a song about my pain, and she gonna get paid off it? Like, she got paid. She got paid, too. I'm like, that don't even make sense. Like, that's my experience from my point of view.
Right.
So, yeah. And it wasn't like he said her name in it. It was like, he just tells the story of what happened. But they said, she was like, I know it was me, because I did that shit to you, and I want my cut, because I gave you that experience.
That judge had to have been smoking PCP if he let that shit fucking walk. That's that's comical. Like, that's comical right there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It'd have been. They would have had to take the money from me. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take it. I ain't giving you shit.
Now, after that's like you write a song about somebody giving you STD, and then they sue you. Like, hey,
then they sue you.
Right? Like, hey, you wouldn't have got the clap. It wasn't for me.
Like, I ain't want it either.
Yeah, man, that might turn violent right there in the courtroom.
Yeah, man, that's bananas, man. But like, I think about, like I said, I do think about that kind of stuff about when you just creating, and then because I'm more so now mining from my life for stuff than I have in the past, and now I'm starting to think like, damn, like. This, the person involved in some of these experiences, eventually they may see this, and I don't know how they're gonna feel about it, because sometimes it's great stories, where it's pretty cool. Other times it's some shitty stuff, and I know sometimes people will think it's them when it's really not them. It's like, that never happened between us. No, this is something totally different, So that happens as well. But, I do think about that though. Like, should I, or should I change it so much to where you can make it? But sometimes, like, this with true life, sometimes the real, what actually happened is way better than anything you can make up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
so I don't have to add shit to shit.
I talked about my mom in my book.
Mm-hmm.
For one, there's no change in where I'm gonna change her name to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't change that. I talked about my AAU coach.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change the fact that he was my AAU coach. Like, there's nothing I could change. There's nothing for me to be mindful of but the truth. If this shit happened, put it down.
Right. And it's cathartic for you.
It just so happened. Like, what'd you say?
It's cathartic too for you.
Yeah. Like, it just so happened. It turned out to be like the story that people say it is. Right. Mm-hmm. That just so happened. I wasn't aiming for that.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to get hurt, but that happened, so I had to put it in there. You feel me?
Right. And it is an authenticity to it that will draw in your readers too, because they know you talking from your heart.
Yeah, real experience. I'm talking about things that happened 10, 12 years ago, right? With my mom,
right, my
coach, my dad. Well, now even my accident that happened 10 years ago, right?
Right.
So, I mean, it's all documented shit. So it ain't like I'm telling you something that nobody already didn't know.
Right. Yeah. And, and then once you start talking about family members and stuff like that, that does add another layer to it, you could talk about the girl that, cheated on you in 12th grade, that's one thing. But then when you start talking about mama and Uncle Junebug and all of that stuff, then, and then you gotta go to the family reunion.
I'm showing the fuck up. I'm showing the fuck up like nothing happened. I don't give a fuck.
Uncle Junebug, I wrote about you, Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote about your dumb ass. Because every time you get drunk, your ass want to fight naked. So I wrote about that shit. Your ass let Uncle Poochie smack the shit out of Grandma. Like, I'm writing about this shit.
We all play sports, right, in high school, right?
Yeah.
Right, you did, Ramsey, you played football, and what else did you play, Ramsey?
I played football and ran track.
Okay, what's up with the guy that after the game, you're in the shower, right, and he wants to talk to you about the game? Like, what's that? There's always that guy on the team where they be like, man, the damn coach. And you're sitting there like, can I shower?
See,
like,
wait. So I'm a millennial, right?
Right.
So we didn't take showers together.
Oh, see. Oh, they got rid of that. Remember, when we were coming up, though, there was the group shower. Yeah.
Yeah, like y'all took showers, right?
Right.
We don't take showers like that.
Well, lucky y'all.
After practice and all that. We go to fuck home. Like,
right.
we go to fuck home.
Lucky you, because I'm sure it was the same for Ramsey. It was the big group shower.
Nah, bro, we didn't have a large shower.
Oh, y'all didn't do? Oh man, man. And then it was always that guy that's like one of, or dudes be horse playing. Like, what the hell is that?
Like, we changed in front of each other. But I'm not getting my ass in the shower with it. Like, nah, that shit just not happening. Sorry.
Man, it's so much stuff that, definitely has changed over the years. But, that was a thing, man. Yeah.
You just told the dude, man, like, shut the fuck up and handle your business. I mean.
Oh, believe me, I did. Believe me, I did. Some people were just too comfortable.
Like, I couldn't be that comfortable. Like, it was like an unwritten rule. Like, you changed, you looked at your locker straight. You look at your locker. You could talk, but you ain't da like, oh, Jimmy over there, like, Jimmy, come over here, like, nah, that's not about to happen. It's not about to happen.
Nah, man, them dudes be like, you know.
I went to a school where they fought frequently, so. Nah, bro, just keep your eyes on your own shit, you know. Just
and then like we had to be in the house before a certain time. I mean, where I'm from, where I lived at. So you ain't just, it ain't like you ain't taking your time trying to get dressed. Like you got to get the fuck in the house. I mean, it's not as bad as Chicago, but I mean, it was kind of crazy.
I'm just laughing, man, because I can't even picture me in the shower and somebody's standing next to me, another dude trying to have a conversation. Like,
yeah, like what the fuck do you want me to say?
Man, that referee was out of control.
It's so you,
like you out of control right now.
You see my balls hanging right here. Right?
That's wild, bro. I could not imagine. That's wild.
It's like, oh my god, man. It's like, dude, you a little too comfortable. Like, I just want to get my shower, get dressed, and get up out of here. I ain't trying to have a conversation. Or remember this though, old stadiums, they used to have the urinal that was just like open right across. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
So you go to like a ball game, and then basically you just pull out your junk, you know, or you know, into the little thing, and then there be, if you go to a game, sometimes you would get a guy that would be like, "Can you believe, man? We're up at halftime, man," and you're like, it'd be somebody you don't even know, and you're sitting there like, do you have urinal etiquette? Like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, like I would dead ass say that. Like, yo, you're not supposed to talk to me right now, bro. Like, talk to me after we wash our hands.
Like, what the hell? Like, who
talk to me after we wash our hands?
What guy? Who? Like, I'm gonna use TK Kirkland. Who raised you? Were you gonna actually have a conversation with a man at the urinal, like
holding his dick? Like, what the fuck do you have to talk about? I'm holding my dick. You can't. There's nothing you can say to me right now.
I can see if he owed you some money, you'd be like, I don't give a fuck. You taking the piss? I want my money. You know, like I'll give you that. But no, not about the game.
That got his ass cussed out even worse, man.
Yeah, like nah.
See, now he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable with his dick out. So that's when you get your money.
I pull my dick out and you pull out a knot of money. What you trying to say, dog? Hold up. This ain't that type of party. What you trying to say? Nah, bro, that's a fight. That's a fight.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. No, I'm like, it's some etiquette things that people don't. You know, you're just like, man, who? Like, no, things I wouldn't even think about doing. But you know, it's a different time.
But that's a generational thing. That's
right.
a generational thing. Because for one, as a millennial, some of the shit just wasn't taught to us.
Right.
And two, the generation before us, the crackhead generation.
The crackhead generation.
Nah, for real.
Right.
I'm the generation of the crack babies because crack hit hard in the 80s. I was born 91. So I'm that generation.
Right.
Right? And drugs fucked our community up, so yeah, it's not like we don't want to do it. We just don't know we're supposed to. That's not our fault.
They were saying in the 80s that the average $100 bill that was circulating in Miami had a little coke residue on it.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And see, that's the thing about like coke. Mm-hmm. I've never done drugs, but when you watch the movies and shit, especially, it's always like they snorting off of a hooker's ass or something like that. They always make it like, you know, like that's the fun part, and then all of a sudden, then you become sucking dick for, you know, for a hit, you know. But the beginning though is, you know, you snorting off a hooker's ass, you know, you turning up, you know. And then you chasing that dragon. So we got about 8 minutes. Man, but 2020 is gonna be a great year. I've been saying, is this the theme of the show today? I'm excited. I got a bunch of stuff popping this year. And like I said, one of the things I'm doing is looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on another level that I haven't in a long time. So I'm really pumped up, man. And the collaborations is big for me. You know, and one of the reasons why I'm doing this thing is not because I want to torture myself and not sleep for a whole day. Is I want to start the year off collaborating with people I respect, people that I admire. You know, it's my excuse to hang out with Ramsey, with yourself, Aaron, Leah, the life coach I see is in the chat, Aaron, who's about to do the next show. Like, I really appreciate that kind of stuff. And I want so bad to see us win, you know? And it's very important to me. And I always feel like, you know, I feel like that's one of my gifts is I like to bring people together. You know, I'm like, I'm much better than Tinder. I'm like black people meet in the beginning. You know, before it became the hookup spot.
Yeah, but before they start posting their Cash App and their bio.
Right. Remember, wait, just as a side note, Black People Meet was pretty cool at first. In the beginning. It was like, remember you used to hear, man, you need to join Black People Meet because you can meet some like-minded individuals who they're about business. And then it became, I got laid off of Black People Meet. Like, you know, I called it Meet on Friday, Screw on Saturday. You know. So, but anyway, and I think it's still, I'm sorry, Black people. I keep saying Black People Meet. I mean Black Planet. Black Planet is what I meant to say, not Black People Meet. Black People Meet sounds like a black cannibal site or something. But no, I meant Black Planet, y'all. So, but y'all knew what I was talking about. So yeah,
Black People Meet. That's a real thing.
That's a relationship. What is it? A dating site, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they got one for everybody. They got J-Date. They got Tinder, Plenty of Fish. They got Grindr, which is like, I think the gay one. Which, why that sounds so scary? Grindr, like,
I don't know.
It's like, what the hell? Like,
what are y'all
personally,
doing?
I'm not getting on none of that shit.
Well, yeah, I definitely would not. That's funny though, Grindr. That's like that cracks me up every time I hear somebody reference it. Like, damn, what y'all doing on there? Nah, don't even tell me. Oh shoot, man!
Like running into people you meet, like, yo, you online dating too, dog? Like, nah.
Oh man, yeah, that's funny, man. That is hilarious.
But Kinte, that's a great goal for this year. Great goal for this year.
I want to meet everybody. You know, like I said, me and Ramsey's known each other for so long. We haven't met in person. And so hopefully 2020. No, I'm not going to even say hopefully. 2020, that's going to change.
Man, I am coming to the West Coast, man.
That's what's up. And Aaron, man, I got to see you too.
I tell you all the time. You come to Jersey.
I will, man. I will.
It's going to be good.
I will, but I can't go to your restaurants.
Why not?
Because I ain't balling like that. So we're going to have to go to Chick-fil-A. No, I'm just playing. Be like you ever go? My favorite is when you go to a restaurant and they don't even have the prices. You're like,
yeah, I can't.
Oh yeah. Me and Tiffany went to a restaurant like that. Boy, that was a surprise.
you like, man, I might as well just get ready for what's about to happen. Like, girl, you know I love you, taking you to Shea Whitey's.
We got a restaurant like that. I forget the name, but it's no prices. It's no parking lot. You have to get valet. Like, it's a dress code. Even I'm gonna say it's a little expensive. You talk about like $135 a plate for some bullshit. It get outrageous. Little finger food, and it's like the plate be all cute. I don't like those type of spots.
Me neither. I'll be like, tip. All my money went into the meal. Like, geez, what's up, D in the chat, and Augustus, and Leah, and Olaf as well, and Derek.
Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good.
And Aaron Riggs is next. We're gonna in 3 minutes. We're gonna get off the stream and let him come in. But but yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny though how I remember when I was young and didn't have means, and you go on these dates and you'd be like, okay. You be sitting there trying to do the math and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like what can I get? Because I know she's going to test my pockets. So
right.
What can I get?
Right. You see what she ordered. You're like, I'll just give me a glass of water. You know what? Let's do something dangerous. Add a little lemon slice in it. She's like, you sure that's all you want? Yeah, I had a big meal earlier.
I'm good.
Right. Starving. And eat nothing but oodles and noodles.
Right. But like, oh, that bread is free? More bread. Yeah. Like, give me some more bread. Like, oh man. Yeah. But I don't know, but sometimes though I love a good place, Oh, he said Negro Groupon is your friend. Hilarious. You know what? I actually, before we go, I got to do this real quick. I posted, and I think Aaron might remember this. I posted on Facebook. If you went on a date, I was asking the ladies, if you went on a date with a guy, and he had a coupon for the place that he took you to, how would you feel about that? That he used the coupon on the date, right? And a lot of women was like, oh, hell nah, he using coupons and all of that kind of stuff. And my thing was, look, if it's a good coupon, you know what I'm saying?
Look, this is my rule, right? Well, look, it's not an actual rule, but general, you get it. Don't complain about me having a coupon if your shoes come from 10 Spot. It don't add up. Like, it don't add up.
Right. I'm like,
it can add up.
I should pay more just because. Like, I'm like, this is 50% off. Like, I'm using this. Like, you ain't supposed to use a coupon on the first date. I don't know, man. I'd use it if it's a good one, and we just happen to be going to that spot. I'm gonna use that. Or you know what though, you can't do it though. Where you slide it in the bill
under the money,
and then they'll be like, "Oh, you want to use this?" Because the little punk ass waiters, they'll be like, "You want to use this, right?" You try to do it on the low.
So you gotta get up and go to the desk. You gotta get up and go to the desk.
Yeah, you be like, yeah,
you gotta go find your own waiter.
Right, yeah.
But, before we get out, Kinte. I still have the most controversial statement of 2019.
Which was that?
The passport.
Oh yeah, you said you don't want to mess with a girl she ain't got a passport.
I don't date women that don't have a passport. Facts.
Hey,
I like that.
Yeah, I
Standards.
like it too. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So
the females in that chat that night, man. If this was like real, if they could touch me, like I would be stabbed up.
That was funny. They did come for him. They came for him.
They hated me.
They came for him for that. Yeah.
One of them said, "Who the hell you think you is?"
What if they won't give me a passport because I went to prison?
His response should have been
really
exactly.
Like, really
you X'd off the list.
Exactly. You was X'd off before the passport question. Felony is like right at the top, dog. So before that, you was already done.
I have my passport, by the way. So, but I got to get my real ID though. I got to get my real ID.
You don't have an ID, Kinte?
No, the real.
ID, you got a passport.
No, they have the thing called a real ID, where you got to upgrade your ID, or you won't be able to travel. It's just another way to track your ass. That's all it is, you know. But
I got to get another.
I'm like,
passport.
wait a minute, my license that I got from the DMV ain't shit now.
Mm-hmm.
Now they can charge you more money.
That's so lame, man. But I need to do that. He said, you don't like Groupon, you can pay your own way. I love it. That's true. All right, so
I'll be in Argentina coming up, so I got to get another passport.
Oh shit, man. Hey, you know, I'll go as your assistant, man. I speak Pukit. No, I'm lying. I don't. All right, Ramsey, how can we get you in social media and all that good stuff?
Okay, you can check me up on Facebook, Ramsey Hill, Raya Network, RAIANETWORK.
All right, and Aaron, how can we get you in social media?
You can follow me on all platforms, Mr. Wake Up Better, Facebook. Use my real name, Aaron Goins. You can message me. Just don't be crazy.
All right, you guys. Stay tuned. We'll be ready for the next hour. You'll be the other Aaron.